Y'all doing out there? This is easy work boxing, baby. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all see the title. I've been gone for a couple of days, man. Gotta talk about the Jermell Charlo, Toni Harrison fight. Great fight. Shout out to both fighters. In the beginning of this fight, I predicted that Charlo gonna knock out Toni Harrison. But then I came back, due to the talk and the way the confidence of Toni Harrison was out there, I was like, I think he was going to beat him. So I eventually came back and I made another video. And I said that Toni Harrison was going to outbox and was going to beat him, which he was doing in the fight. But, like Toni Harrison say, he slipped. What's you doing? He slipped up, got unfocused. Jermell Charlo caught him with a good shot. And that was the end of the fight. Shout out to Jermell Charlo. Y'all know I'm very critical of the Charlo brothers. But I got to give the man his credit, man. I told y'all, ain't no bias talk. I give him full credit. He went out there and he let them know, I'm back and I wanted my title. Should it be a third fight? I don't really think so. A lot of people are eager to see this fight. A lot of people are saying that, hey, I would like to see a Charlo and Harrison 3. I feel like there's no need for Charlo Harrison 3. I'd like to see Jermell Charlo go ahead at Julian Williams. And in that fight, I really believe that Julian Williams will beat Jermell Charlo. I think Julian Williams is a better boxer. I think that he's a stronger fighter in the ring. I think he's more composed, thinks better in the ring than Jermell Charlo. And Jermell Charlo, even though I'm giving him his credit, y'all, he's the exact same fighter. He throws the exact same punches. Yes, I believe Toni was winning. Not by a wide range. I think he'll probably win by 2 points, a point. That knockdown hurt the hell out of him. That knockdown hurt Toni. But even still with the knockdown, Toni Harrison did a great job, man. He went out there and he fought his heart out. Not to can't take nothing away from him. Charlo just came out, was the better fighter that night. And also I became kind of a fan of Jermell Charlo's. When he squashed it, I was like, all right, I could rock with that. And the reason I'm saying I could rock with him now is because when a man sit up and call you bitches and pussies and all this and cornballs and go to talking about how you was raised, me personally, I couldn't have ended that. It'd have been, F Toni Harrison to the world blew up with me. But, I salute him for, letting that go and them becoming, cool after that fight. But, like I said, I'm really with the Jermell Charlo moving on and going to fight better competition, Julian Williams. I want to see somebody needs to be undisputed soon. Somebody needs to be undisputed soon. Whether in welterweight, 154, 160, and heavyweight. But I don't want to see a Toni Harrison Charlo 2. If they were to make it, I'd watch it. But if I had to pick, no. I like how Harrison was coming forward this fight. But I felt like he would have never got caught. Which he went back after like the 9th round. He went back to boxing Jermell Charlo. He went back to the first fight game plan. So you really can't say what he did wrong. He just got, it's boxing. It's boxing, y'all. He got caught with a good shot. And we all know what happens in boxing. You get hit with a shot you don't see or you weren't expecting, it's over. So, I enjoyed watching that fight. To be honest with you, that fight reminded me of how 80s fighters fought. That was a throwback fight. That was not a nowadays boxing match. Now they don't stand in front of each other like Toni Harrison and Charlo did. They don't do that no more. That's old school. I was sitting there enjoying that. Yeah, he probably would have been a sore loser again. But just in the point of him, being victorious. You see what I'm saying? And going through the talk of Tony Harrison, that's why I commend him on, letting that go. He probably would have been a sore loser, you know what I'm saying? But that's a if. But what happened, I salute him on that. I salute him on, letting that go. But there should not be a third fight. He need to go after Julian Williams. And who else at 154 hold the belt? I think the little guy Castano, and he ain't no pushover. He gave Arizona Laura hell. He's not no pushover, Castano. So we just had to see what happened at 154. I'm at my guess, I got Julian Williams taking it all the way. J-Rock is a focused fighter. I think most of it comes from his religion and what he abides by. So I think J-Rock will take the division by storm, especially fighting Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo don't have enough to beat Julian Williams. And plus, a lot of people don't realize this and recognize this. When you fight a fighter and y'all under vital testing, they become different fighters. They're not the same. Did y'all notice that with Jerry Hurd? When Jerry Hurd had to take that test with Julian Williams, the vital testing, he lost. So people need to be very, very careful about who they pick in these fights when they're going against Julian Williams, because that fighter might not be the same fighter, especially if they're using drugs. Julian Williams is not playing. He don't care who you is, how much money you make, how much the fight gonna be. Julian Williams has said he's paying for drug testing. That's why you don't see a lot of fighters running back after him or really calling his name out. But what's next for Tony Harrison? What's next for Tony Harrison? I feel Tony Harrison is a good fighter, focused fighter, great jab. I think Tony will probably be a champion again. I believe he's a fighter that learns from his mistakes, so we'll see Tony Harrison again. But now, hold up. Hell no. I don't even know how I forgot this. Erickson Lubin. Erickson, the Hammer Lubin, Jack, and Sledge is the #1 mandatory for Charlo's belt. The rematch. And I've been waiting on this. Yeah, I mean, you ain't disrespecting me, James. Ain't bothering me. But yeah, he do got a weak chin. He got a glass chin. Hell yeah. J-Rock gonna push for vital testing. If I was J-Rock, I'd push for it. J-Rock said it. Ain't nobody coming to fight me if you ain't taking no vital testing. And he talking about the full 3 months. He ain't talking about no 2 weeks. J-Rock trying to bust some heads. J-Rock trying to let them know. You want these titles? You gonna earn these. And y'all forgive me about the sun, y'all. It is Birmingham, Alabama, and it is hot as hell today. I'm talking about, look. I don't know if y'all can see the sweat. It's hot as hell out here today. I put on 2 pair of pants, put on 2 jackets, and now I gotta take my pants off. I already took my other jacket. It's hot as hell, bro. But yeah, J-Rock is not playing. Yeah, man, down south, I was expecting a real cold day today. It ain't doing that. But yeah, I'd like to see Tony Harrison go back and redeem his rematches. I'd like to see him go back and fight Hurd. I think that'll be a good fight again. Hurd versus Harrison rematch. I don't know where Willie Nelson at. I ain't heard too much from him since he got beat by Demetrius Andrade. What's up? I don't know where he been since that fight. But I used to watch Tony Harrison before he ever lost. Tony Harrison was a spectacular fighter before he lost. This one he used to wear the fade with the bandanas around his head. Well, he still wear the headbands, but he used to wear bandanas when he first started. This one he was like 16, 17 and 0. No. Tony Harrison is the most difficult fighter that Charlo has ever fought. Hell no, he's not going to give him another rematch. You seen after the fight what he say? I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Hell no, he's not finna fight him. I gotta turn on the AC in this mother. Hey. That was his most difficult fight he ever had. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna say he made me a believer. I'm gonna say I respect him more. I still feel that Charlo is a 1-2-3 fighter. Jab, jab, straight, right. Jab, jab, straight, right. He fights exactly like his brother. If y'all ever seen how Derrick James fight, he fights exactly like Derrick James. Go back and find old videos of Derrick James. Oh, the classic. Man, I don't even go to the classic down here, bro. It'd be too crazy now. It'd be too crazy now. I can't ride around and everybody drunk and everybody riding with pistols down here. No, I don't do that. I'd be in the house watching boxing. I'd be in the house watching boxing, bro. But yeah, what it do, Big Mike? Yeah, man, I gotta turn up, man. I'm sorry, y'all, for the days I've been off, man. I don't really like to. I have anxiety. I had a panic attack like a year ago, and sometimes I could be, sometimes it'll just hit me, and I had to sit down, so that's why I don't be making the videos a lot like that. It's a real hard thing to deal with. But yeah, I got to get up on my grind, man. I got to make my channel better than what it is. But let me see. I like the fact that Harrison didn't make an excuse. I like the fact that his father didn't make an excuse. I like the fact that how they gave Jermell Charlo credit. Toni wasn't a sore loser. I think Toni just feel that he let a lot of people down from Detroit. At the end of the day, whether he would have won or lost, he still would have had haters in Detroit. So still do what you do, bro. Still grind, come back to the ring. I like you as a fighter, as a man. I hope that you come back to the game, because you gave us a good time for like 2 months, month and a half. You really made that fight what it was, man. So we gotta give a shout out to Toni Harris. But nah, he ain't finna, if anybody's sitting out here waiting on a rematch, that is not finna happen. There will be no rematch. It was too hard. And in my opinion, he was losing the fight, even with his knockdown. And one thing I will say, the commentary was better this fight. It was way better this fight. It wasn't biased this time. Even though they had Lennox Lewis there, and they were so biased the first fight, it was sad. But they did a good job this fight. Damn, it's hot in here. Yeah. And like I tell people, I've seen Jermell Charlo do that before in the Julian Jackson fight. And a lot of people, hold up. Nobody gives the Charlo brothers credit for they chins. The Charlo brothers have great chins. Don't nobody say that. They can take a punch. I done seen both of them get hit good. I never thought I'd be giving the Charlo brothers credit. But that's how you know I'm not biased. I'm an honest dude. I'm going to give you what's yours. Yes, he took a lot of good shots from a lot of good right hands. A lot of good right hands. I feel if Tony Harrison would have been more focused on trying to knock him out, he could have knocked him out. But he wasn't punching. He wanted to score. He wasn't punching with trying to knock Charlo out. He was more like trying to score. What do I think about Spence' interview after the fight? He dodged Terrence Crawford again. Did you see how the guy had to ask him, what about Terrence Crawford? He said, I was supposed to fight Danny Garcia and somebody else. Didn't even mention Terrence Crawford's name. The guy who was interviewing him, I can't think of his name. He's been in boxing for years, man. Kenny. He used to be on ESPN, white guy. He asked the real question. He tried to, see, Errol Spence tried to act like Terrence Crawford wasn't part of that division. He broke it down, brought it right back. Okay, what about Danny Garcia? Terrence Crawford, that's a potential fight. He has a WBO title. He said, oh, well, I'm willing to fight all of them. Danny Garcia, Terrence Crawford. He's scared of, man, he don't want no parts of Terrence Crawford, y'all. He don't want to see Terrence Crawford. It's not no side of the street shit. That's bullshit. They lying. He does not want to fight him. You want to be great? You want to be undisputed? Go take belts. And he got a mandatory Ugis. Either way it go, he got some hard fights ahead of him. He going to Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia ain't got no title. Danny Garcia, Kenny Bayless, that's his name. Danny Garcia doesn't have a title. You ain't getting nothing from Danny Garcia but his name. And damn near everybody in the weight class got his name. Keith got his name. Sean got his name. But Ugis the one he don't want to fight either. Ugis is a big welterweight. Strong welterweight. And he ducked Ugis before. And he ducked Ugis before. Yeah, it is. You know, like Mike Tyson called it, peddling in flesh. It's peddling in flesh. They trying to enjoy Christmas. You need money to enjoy Christmas. And I ain't enjoying it. I ain't enjoying it. Brian Kenny the truth, man. He used to be on Floyd case. He was the only somebody who would really speak on what Floyd bullshit was on. Floyd, you come back. Why you ain't fight Shane Mosley? Why you ain't do this? Why you ain't do that? And I like Teddy Atlas too. But y'all, I'm about to end this video right here. I'm gonna come back on in a minute, talk about some other stuff I ain't seen in boxing, what's needed to be talked about. I just thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And keep watching the videos. I thank y'all for taking time out y'all life to watch me. If y'all like to donate to the channel, go to community. Y'all see how to do it on Cash App. PayPal is connected to the channel. I would truly appreciate whatever it is you can give. This is Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.